Hi, Isabella. I am uh, thinking of trying out something that I haven't done before, so I'll share this. It's a database in something called Notion. I think when I share it, it should be pretty easy. It just opens up in a web browser, though you can also have an app. The way it works is the same in both, so I just wanted to walk through this really quickly. I'll do this with you, but I wanted you to have this as a resource if you forget something. So on the first line, I've identified this, how to use this entry. So you can always go there and get a written version of it, just the 4 kind of basic steps. I'll also put a link to the video once it's finished on that page as well, so you can look at it. The idea is just I want to keep track of the communications I have with students. I often forget that I've made commitments to them or so on. So I'm going to be keeping a record of this. And if you are able, if you have time, if you remember, it would be helpful if you could add that information too. So what we'll basically have is all the students who are in the class will be listed here. I've just got a sample here with fake students. I only have 5 of them. Obviously, there'll be 20 some probably. The first line I've written dropped. So when students drop, I'll just be able to click that and it'll bump them down to the bottom. So we'll still have any information about our conversations with them. We can always add more if we want, but they'll be taken out of the main bit so that it isn't hard to work around. There'll be the name. The notes will be a place where we can enter in things like, let's say that Kate Blanchett likes the pronouns they, them. We can write that in there. Or if Anthony Hopkins likes being called Tony, then we can write the name Tony there. We'll also have their email addresses. The school ones by default will be in there. The goycc.edu ones will be there, but we can also add a second email. Like if James Dean had an email at email.com, we could add that in there so that we have alternate ways to get a hold of them. I think after I finish this, I will create a new column with phone numbers as well, but that's not on here yet. For each record, when you hover in the web version, you'll see this open pops up. On the app, the open is already there, so you don't have to do any hovering. You can just click on open, and you'll have the same information that appears here will be here. So if they've dropped, that'll be checked. You can see down here that Hopkins jumped to the bottom. If you have a note, like he wants to be called Tony, you can see that goes here and it'll appear here. There's the emails. Again, there'll be phone here. For entering any ideas, I want to keep it really simple. So all you have to do is click at the top, add in the date maybe, and then hit enter, and then you can type for as long as you want. If you'd like to use bullet points, the easy way to do that is to make an asterisk and then hit spacebar, and it'll automatically create a bullet point. So you can, and then just hit enter at the end of the line, it'll start a new bullet point. I'd like to keep these in order, in reverse order. So like I wrote 126 here, or 116, I'm sorry. If I wanted to write 117, then again, I would I'd hit open, it would open here. I don't know what just happened there. That was weird. Okay, so I'd hit open, it would open here. I put the cursor at the beginning, hit enter, that'll bump everything down, then hit the up arrow, or you can click, and then you're ready for a new line again. So, you know, this might be one. The format of this doesn't matter if you use if you use dashes, if you write it out, I don't care. That's all fine. And then here's the new entry. Okay. In the app, it's a little harder. You have to tap here, and it can be hard to tap accurately. But once you've got it tapped in the right place, you can hit enter, and it will move the stuff down. Another way to add, if you want, is to get to the next line. So you could click at the bottom, and then if you see these little handles that come up, you can always drag that up, and then you're at the top. So you can do it that way too if you like. Either way is fine. Now, as I said, I created this that just shows you what you need to do. This is a sample for demonstration, so I'll come back to that. But you open the student's record. Again, that's by hovering and click open. I guess I could write that. Hover and click open. Then click at the top of the record under add a comment. So you could click here and then hit enter. That will add a line at the top. Click again at the beginning of the line. You can also use the arrow key. Type in the date, then enter, and then you can type in any notes. As I say, these notes don't have to be super detailed. The idea is just so that when we meet with them, we can remember any previous interactions we've had. And if you want to use bullet points, again, the reminder, type an asterisk and a space at the beginning of the line. Okay, I just wanted you to have that resource. Like I said, I'll have a copy of this video on the how to use this card or entry, whatever the right word is for that. Okay, I'll share this database with you. I think it'll limit you to only that, so you don't have to worry about going around and getting lost and all kinds of other stuff. And please don't share it with anyone. Right now I've used false names so that I can use this in the future, though I did say Isabella, which means that the next person, anyway, they won't be Isabella perhaps, but that's okay. But there'll be real student names and real student addresses in these columns, so we want to keep that private. All right. Hope that is useful, and actually I hope you never need it, but if you do, I hope it's useful. Peace.